Hello, hello. What is up, my family and friends? Welcome to the Millennial Nation Worldwide, where we are looking at the world through the eyes of a millennial, this millennial. I am the OG millennial. You could find me at O_G_millennial on the Instagrams and Facebooks. You could also check us out on YouTube at Millennial Nation Worldwide. We're going to do a quick little summary of some brief news stuff that's happening right now, right? I'm going to talk about AOC because oh man, she kind of bumbled her words a little bit there and got a little flustered, it seemed like. So I'm going to do a little analysis on just the questions that were asked to her in Berlin. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the Olympic ice skaters, the two ladies and their stories. And it'll be good. I think that the major impact between these ice skaters, and the difference between one that was kind of talking down against America and the other one who kind of didn't say anything and just focused on what she was trying to do, right? Like, who was the one who took home the gold? The one who stayed focused on her goal and didn't buy into all the crazy stuff that's happening around her, right? So before I get into the show, though, here on Millennial Nation Worldwide, I want to give a shout out to a podcast that I do with a couple friends called Technically Speaking News, where we are giving you news that you can use. And you could catch that show live every Monday on YouTube and Instagram on the Technically Speaking News site. I'll put the plug in and everything, but it's very simple. You type in Technically Speaking News, you'll see a little purple circle with a fiery phoenix, and that is our logo. You click on that, you like and subscribe, and you can get our live content where we're giving you, again, that news that you can use. This week on Monday, we were going to be talking about a couple different things. I particularly, on the Millennial Moment, will be flashbacking to 1993. Right, we're going to talk about some music. We're going to talk about some TV shows and sports that were happening back in 1993, right? So I think it's going to be fun. Definitely want to tune in and check that out and support the cause, support the channel. And then as far as the brief news goes, so AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, man, that's a difficult name, right? She was speaking, right? So AOC, she's over there in Germany, in Berlin, and she's speaking at a little conference, and she got asked a couple questions. One of the questions that she got asked was, it's kind of a serious question, right? If China, basically the crux of the question was, if China were to go in and attack Taiwan, would it be okay for the United States to send troops to Taiwan to help defend Taiwan? Which, in itself seems like a pretty simple and straightforward question, right? It's either yes, we're going to send in troops, or no, we're not going to send in troops. And the answer is as simple as that. The fact that it was prolonged so long for her to try and come up with an answer kind of seemed strange to me. It seemed to me like she is only on script. And I'm talking about her because she's a millennial, right? She was born in the millennial generation. She was born in '89. So I'm going to talk about her. This is the Millennial Nation Worldwide, and guess what? We are dealing with millennials. So definitely want to go and shout her out and lift her up and say, hey, I hope that you can get back in good grace and standings and you can recover. It seems like she is recovering, but it's bad when your own political party starts calling you out for like your mistakes, right? I knew it was serious when I hate to say it, but this is where I get my liberal news from. When the ladies on The View call out other liberals or like Democrats, and they call out when they fluster or bumble up something, it's real. Because you hardly ever see the Democratic and Liberal Party splinter away from itself, right? It's a solid unit. They normally will back each other word for word, literally. So if you hear The View coming out and saying, hey, AOC kind of messed up a little bit on the world stage, you kind of might want to check that out, right? So you don't have to look at just the conservative news stations to see the comparisons of good speakers versus negative speakers. I think that they definitely the liberal side is gonna use Donald Trump. They're using Donald Trump. Well, he messes up on words too. Yes, but he's never gotten stuck like that before. So you can say that it's something that just happened out of nowhere, and it's possible. She could have just completely brain farted. It happens. Uh, it shouldn't happen on national and worldwide television, though, especially if you're supposed to be a professional, right? You're a professional politician, you're a professional speaker. This is what you do for a living. You go out there and you talk to people, and you got stuck on a simple yes or no question. And so if you were going to try and run for president, I don't know if I would consider you as a great presidential candidate if you couldn't even answer a simple yes or no to, would you send in troops to defend a small country against a larger country, invading it? Straightforward, right? So that's the AOC news and the worldwide news, for the Millennial Nation worldwide. We got some other news, the Olympic news, right? Olympics are wrapping up. The Winter Olympics are coming to a close here. And with the Winter Olympics coming to an end, I'm starting to look at some results and stuff like that. And we'll give you the gold medal standings on the Technically Speaking news. Check us out Monday. We'll give you the results. But I couldn't wait. I had to talk about the lady ice skaters because it's big news happening right now, and it's a great story about humility. If you do check out our show, Technically Speaking News, we did talk about the Olympics last week. We were mentioning how America is like fourth place at the time for gold medals, right? And so we're doing good. We're in the top 5 for total medals, but we're not number 1. It is winter though, so go figure. But the ice skater, well, let's see her, Alyssa Liu, right, took home gold medal. Apparently it hasn't happened in 24 years. It's been 24 years since America won a gold medal. In the other person, who was competing in the skating event was a little bit less fortunate, right? Like she didn't do as good. Her name was Amber Glenn. Yep, that's her name, Amber Glenn. There you go. She was the one who was out there doing a lot of talking with publicity and just seemed to be doing and saying things that didn't really pertain to what she was there for, right? Like, if you look at Amber Glenn and her stance, I think that it's good stance, right? She's solid for her community. She's standing 10 toes down with her community, and she's bringing it to national stage with the platform that she has, right? And she has the right to do that. But I think that the women's figure skating is a perfect example of what it's like when you lose focus and you take your eyes off the prize. Because you got a person who you probably wouldn't be too familiar with. I know I'm not familiar with her at all, but someone who didn't speak a lot, who apparently has kind of been in the shadows during this whole entire Winter Olympics, take home gold. She took home gold. And the other girl who was talking a lot of trash and seemed not even so much trash, but seemed so unfocused and talking about so many other what is it that I'm looking for? The word I'm looking for. She was talking about so many. She was distracted by so much other content. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Like the LGBTQ thing, the America thing. Seemed like she's all over the place with her thinking, and you can't go in there and win gold medals if you got your mind focused on the movement, right? Like in my mind, right? So I think that for Amber Glenn, she did her job. If her job was to go to the Olympics and bring the LGBTQ to the main stage for a talking point, I guess. But unfortunately, she took last place, apparently, like 13th, I think. Is that last place? It's like, it's not first place, man. Not even the top 3, man. So I wonder, there's no disrespect to their community, but like for the LGBTQ, are y'all disappointed in her for letting y'all down and coming in last place after doing so much to uplift your guys' cause, I don't know. But you guys could definitely chime in with your thoughts and responses, and give me your thoughts on it. You can also like and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. You want to like, share, and subscribe, right? We're doing this worldwide. This Millennial Nation thing is going to be worldwide. And, it's not just subjugated to us millennials. Everybody's welcome on this trip and is going to be able to view the world through the eyes of this millennial. And, Gen Xers, Gen Zers, you guys might find that our viewpoints are kind of the same a little bit on some things. It's not too much of a difference between us. Baby boomers, though, y'all might be like, oh, man, this young nigga. Well, can't say that on YouTube. Oh, this young guy right here, right? This YG, this OG YG. Anyways, O_G_millennial. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook. And come by the page on YouTube, Millennial Nation Worldwide. Throw a like up there, subscribe. We're looking to get 100 subscribers. Get 100 subscribers on YouTube, and apparently they will let me start doing live content, and then we can start doing this streaming thing live. And then as far as the plugs for Instagram and Facebook go, it's the same thing, at Millennial Nation Worldwide. Definitely go to the Instagram, join the page. Go to Facebook, join the page, like it, share it. We can grow. I need like 1,000 people there or something like that, but we're starting off small. I'm looking for 100 of you guys, 100 solid supporters to just chime in, throw a like out there, share it. More importantly, subscribe, right? So this is the OG Millennial. This show is Millennial Nation Worldwide. Check out our show, Technically Speaking News, Mondays at 5 p.m. Peace.